Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Xelphatol. This is one of 2 new dungeons made available by patch 3.4 Soul Surrender. Some of these bosses may make you feel full of hot air, or even ruffle your feathers, but with my help you'll be soaring to victory. My name is Ms. Tech and I'll be your dungeon guide. We'll clear through a number of trash groups here. Watch out for the falling rock AoEs. The first boss is Xelphatol. Keep an eye on his fancy balloon. Short Burst is mild to moderate tank damage. Heal and cooldown through this appropriately. Wind Blast is a long column AoE targeted on a player. Move away from these as necessary. When the boss casts Lift, he'll float up in the air and become invulnerable. Adds will spawn around the room that should be picked up and destroyed as soon as possible. The most important of these adds is the floating turret. When destroyed, this turret will cast Hot Blast and throw up all players into the air. To progress out of this phase, players will need to position themselves right underneath the boss, wherever he may be floating above the platform. Slamming into the boss once the turret is down will bring him back to the platform. Air stones can also spawn throughout the fight and tether to the boss or the turret, rendering them immune. Destroy these as fast as possible to be able to continue. These mechanics will repeat until the boss is down. Up next, we suffer through some Blighttown PTSD and clear to the boss. You'll notice a few of these platforms have a clear center and an outer ring of ground spikes. The second boss is Totoli Psylocke. On low is a frontal cone that deals high damage and knocks back. Dodge this as necessary. On high will cause the boss to stand in the center and cast a nasty knockback. Players will need to position themselves in front of the barriers around the room to avoid getting knocked back into the spikes. Swift Feather will target players for large whirlwinds. Ideally, players should place these in the sections of the platform without barriers so that they don't get in the way during the knockback. Rinse and repeat until the boss is down. This next section of trash involves a number of hot air balloons that will move back and forth between platforms, spawning reinforcements until they are destroyed. Players will also use air stones to progress to each section. The last boss is Xelphatol. Ixali Arrow will hit the tank for moderate damage. Ixali Arrow 3 will do group-wide AoE that needs to be healed through. Hawk will call down the boss's pets to peck out your eyeballs. This can happen in one of 2 ways. The first will mark up each player with this green AoE circle. Players will need to spread to avoid excess damage. The second is essentially the opposite. A player will be marked up with this familiar stack-up marker. Everyone else will then need to stack in to share that damage. Ixali Arrow 2 will cast a long column AoE at a random player. Dodge this as necessary. Throughout the encounter, the boss will summon Garuda. During these phases, you'll have to dodge Garuda's AoE attacks while handling all the other mechanics. Spread out or stack in while avoiding those AoEs. Rinse and repeat until the boss is down. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll look at Sophia, the new Primal. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.